What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to version 1. Now in today's video, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, we've been out in the Megane once again because we've been draggy testing. Now I know what you're going to say, it's not a drag car, it's not for straight line speed, and I agree with you, but it's the only way I can show you guys differences between different tuning stages. So as you guys know, I'm at what you'd consider stage 2 now with this car, so we're going to head out and see what the difference is between 1 and 2 and see if it's worth your money. Let's go. So as per usual, before we get into today's video, make sure you like, share, subscribe if you enjoy this content, ring the bell notification to find your way back for any future content. Also, apologies if the car's a mess. Like I say, we've been out, we've actually been driving it and I haven't had a chance to wash it, so it's a very rare occasion you've caught the car not spotless. And we're in the shade because the wind is heroic today. So as I mentioned in the intro, we've been out in the Megane once again doing draggy runs. Now 100 to 200s I think is the sweet spot for these cars because from a dig is pointless, especially on cut 2s. Not going to get much grip this time of year. So like I say, if you're going to go out on track and stuff like that, 100s to 200s is the most important place I think to see those gains between stage 1 and 2. So as I mentioned, my stage 1 time I think was a 12.84 or a 12.82, 100 to 200. So I'll leave it on the screen for you guys to look at now. And let's look at the first run where we have the car now at stage 2. So as there's so many numbers to remember, I'm going to have to refer to this on my phone because I've got the draggy screens that I'll put up on screen for you now. 12.84 was my first run, which I wasn't too impressed with because that's basically the same as I ran before. I was putting that down to potentially cold tyres because it spun up in third, as you can probably hear in the video, and it was a little bit slick, so I'm getting all the RDEs out there now. So that was with run 1, and I've got to add quickly that the closest to me on the list, on the leaderboard for 100 to 200s was a 280 that had similar mods, and that was a 13-second. And you're looking at standard trophies are doing about a 13.4, 13.5. So a 12.84, still a marked improvement, but I know it could get better. So let's go again. So second run I did in sport again, but sport manual this time so I could shift a little bit sooner because apparently the rev range in these, it's better to bring them through the gear a little bit sooner, and did a 12.69. So again, a marked improvement. It's 0.2-ish off what I'd done previously. Well, it's 0.15, which again is quite a big difference considered the mod difference is only 20-ish horsepower, and then like I say, the torque is pretty much the same. So I reckon that's down to delivery maybe from the GPF delete. But 12.69 I was pretty happy with, but you've got to go again, see if you can beat it again. So here's the third and final run, and let's see what we can do.
100.
So the third and final run was a 12.58. Again, I'll leave it on the screen for you guys now to look at. Now, that's nearly a 0.3 difference between stage 1 and stage 2, and I'm pretty happy with that because I wasn't expecting much, because it was quite a slick night, but it was quite low in temperature, so decent IETs and stuff. So we managed to get a decent enough run, which I'm fairly happy with. I will go back out when it's a bit drier and a bit hotter so I can get some grip in these Cup 2s, because as you can tell from the footage, there is some wheel spin. When I lean on it in third, it still spins. So it's one of them things, I just had to kind of leave it in auto and sport and let it do its thing. So 12.58, like I say, very happy with that. That's over a second faster than a standard trophy and 0.3 faster, which is quite a big gain considering the small numbers difference between stage 1 and stage 2. Another little thing to add, I'll leave up on the screen for you now, the Dragy leaderboards. 100 to 200 for Renaults, I'm in the top 25, and this is officially the fastest Mark IV 100 to 200. Probably not for long. When people see this video, they're going to want to go out and beat it. But yeah, like I say, I'm pretty happy with that considered the conditions that we were in. And 12.58, like I say, is a massive improvement on a standard trophy. And 100 to 200s, I would say, is the most important sort of realm to get gains for these cars, because they're not meant from a dig, they're not meant for drag racing. But when you are out on track, or when you're at those, you know, on a roll, that's what's going to matter the most, the kind of 60 to 130, 125, 130. That sort of realm when you're out on track is going to be where you are mostly. So guys, I'm going to end the video there. Like I said in the intro and early on, this is not to flex numbers, this is not to flex how fast this car is or anything like that, because I know 12.5 seconds isn't mind-boggling by no means, 100 to 200, but it's just so I can show you guys, because I get asked the question a lot, is it worth going stage 2 from stage 1, etc, like that. So the only way I can show you is with these numbers. And like I say, I will go out again, and it's a little bit hotter and a little bit better ground, so I think it can still beat that time. But for now, that puts me 25th on the Dragy leaderboards, and I'll take that. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe. As per usual, I'm going to go and wash the car because it's a state and it's embarrassing. So catch you next one. Peace.